Hi traders, this is Blake Morrow. You are listening to the Morning Edge webinar. I want to welcome you all back. So, like I said, we're going to cruise through today's morning analysis. I'm going to just tell you guys straight up. Right now, I'm not going to be able to answer any questions. If you guys are saying hi, hello, good morning, I'd like to do the roundtable. You know, like good morning, Mark. Good morning, Steve. Good morning, Joe. Good morning, Sally. Good morning, Lynette. I can't do that this morning. It's a crazy morning whenever I have guests on, so I'm not ignoring anybody. I don't want anybody to think that. But we have obviously a lot going on right now, so I'm going to talk about that. So let's talk about the euro dollar. So the euro dollar, we hit 108 yesterday. Here's our analysis from yesterday. We were right here between the 108. We were at like 108.40, you know. Like if we get down to 108, we could bounce, and 109, you know, we'd see a reversal. We got down to 108, boom, you know, bounced a little bit, and really what we're doing is now we're looking like we're going to break. So here, let's remove that. Let's remove this. So here we are at the 618 retracement. You can see how important the support is. Frankly, it looks like the euro is going to break lower. All right, and you know, if we break this 108 or 107.90, it's like 107.90, right? Oh no, I'm sorry, it's 108.02. We snap that, and you know, we should trade back down towards, you know, 107.60, maybe all the way down to 107. Remember, we're in this, like, you know, downward sloping channel. I could probably continue all this, but let's just remove that for now. That's not relevant. I would say we have another spike low down here at 107.65. I think that's going to be good support today, at least support for today. 65. Resistance now. And we don't, by the way, we don't have any data coming out today. We have, well, I take that back. We got Beige Book, which is probably one of the most, you know, well, the Philadelphia district sees moderate growth and, you know, employment moderate. And the Atlanta Fed districts see moderate growth and moderate employment, moderate inflationary pressures. Housing is moderate. That's right. It's a Beige Book today, and that's going to be probably fairly boring. We got budget balance. We have a 10-year note auction, but crude oil inventories is going to be what's moving the market today, in my opinion. But the data really starts tomorrow, so I'm not expecting any big movements out of the FX market today, unless the equity markets really start to move. So resistance now for the euro. So like, let's imagine that we get. Let's just continue this on, right? You know, this is our channel, if you will. Okay. So, you know, any rally now, if we get a rally back to 109, you know, it's the same as yesterday, but any rally back to 109, you're obviously going to find a lot of sellers up there, myself included, should we get up there. So 109 is resistance, and we are really in a range-bound environment. I mean, I know, damn it, where'd my colors go? Why do they? You guys know, remember yesterday I had no colors, and then all of a sudden they all popped up? It was the weirdest thing. Huh. Okay, we'll see if that happens again today. So you might say, well, aren't we trending lower? We are, like, near term, but if you look at like the daily chart, you know, we're really just kind of consolidating, all right? But like I said, 109 is going to be really key resistance, and you know, 107.65 will be support today. All right, let's go over to the cable. So the pound, just absolutely brutal. We had a nice bounce yesterday, by the way. I bought the pound yesterday at 144.24. I sold it when the day was over at 144, like 50 or something like that. I only made like 15 pips. But look at how bearish this freaking thing is. I mean, just so bearish. And while we're below 145, it's still bearish. Now the support 143.50, 145, pretty easy. It's bearish. As long as we're below 145, probably 146, but really 145 is resistance, and 143.50, 143.50, and it is, oh look, the colors came back. So weird. Okay, so bearish. Let's go over to the Swissy. Swissy is strong, and I'm so bummed out I'm not long right now. Yeah, like I told you guys yesterday when I got out around the Lunch Money webinar, and I said I took my profits off the table in the Swissy. I feel a little naked. Now I'm feeling like very naked and exposed that I'm not long the Swissy right now. But okay, let's understand why this is really key resistance. If you don't understand why we stopped there the first time around, it is what? The 618. Bam. Okay. So what is that? Why is that so important? Because it tells you why the 101.20 level is massive resistance. If we break it, I'm gonna have to get long again. I mean, there's no if and or buts for me. 101.25. That is major resistance. Okay, we are in a range environment, but it is it's major resistance as we make our way up there. Okay, support on any dip now. To imagine where support is now. I mean, look at how strong this move is. It's like accelerating. Of course, when I get out of it, it accelerates higher because I'm good like that. I'm sure some of you know that feeling. You're like, I'm so good. When I get out, it just rips. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know. I'm not the only one that happens to. 1.0050 is support right now. Let's go over to the yen. So the dollar yen. I'm really strongly considering shorting the dollar yen. Like I had mapped out for you guys yesterday, this is the sell zone between 118 and 118.70. We're in the sell zone, and you can see it's just struggling as we get into it. It's just like, yeah, I mean, 118 support. 118.70 is resistance. We're almost on support right now. And it's bearish. Let's go over to the dollar Canadian. Dollar Canadian still holding up very well. Like I said, I'm really concerned about crude. Crude's not bouncing. But if you missed this chart from yesterday, let's go back over to the monthly chart. Okay, you look at the low that was posted back in 2000. That low is 143.20. The high yesterday was 143.15. So we came within 5 pips. This is actually should be right there. Okay, so we came within 5 pips. Hold on. Okay, we came within 5 pips of that resistance. Big resistance up here. All right. Now here's the thing. We're still making higher lows. Okay, so we have to break this in order for us to start shifting gears in the Canadian. So that means we have to break below 141.75. Okay, so 141.75. We have to break that support. That's really key support in order for us to start stair-stepping our way down. I am short the dollar Canadian. My cost average is 141.80 actually. So, so in other words, I really would like to see it start to stair-step lower so I can get out of it. So 143.20. That is critical resistance for bulls. It is bullish. Kiwi. So the Kiwi rejection at 66 cents. The highs overnight were 65.88. So that's about 12 pips off. So this is easy. You guys know this is easy. 65. Whoops. 65. I'm just cruising through the analysis, guys, because you guys know we just need to get this all done. So 66 cents is resistance, right? And then yellow, 65 cents is support. And it's actually, what's the low here? Yeah, 65.07, so 65 cents. That's support. Okay. Aussie dollar. Here's the Aussie. So the Aussie, now we have employment data out of Australia, and one of the reasons why the Aussie's doing a little bit better, Chinese trade balance came in overnight better than expected. So that's keeping the Aussie at least bid. You know, like the Kiwis kind of come under pressure, but the Aussie's doing a little better. That doesn't mean the Aussie's along. What you've seen here is a pretty steep sell-off, shallow retracement. Okay. I'm thinking that we're going to be really lucky if the Aussie dollar can even get to the 38% retracement, which would be 70.80. Okay, I think that is going to be really key resistance for the Aussie. Support 69.25, 69.25, 70.80. And we are in a range, but we're at the low end of the range, which, you know, we have the potential to turn really bearish if we start breaking down. We're just at the low end of the range right now. Hey, hold on for just 10 seconds. Hold on. Sorry about that. Okay, so there's the Aussie. Let's go over to the dollar index. I have to pull up TradingView. Sorry, I restarted my computer last night. Had a Windows update, so. Second. Okay. All right, so here's the dollar index. Oops, that's crude. Here's the dollar index. Here's the hourly. Okay, so the dollar index, you know what we should be careful of right now? Like for those of you that want to short the dollar. Let's get close to be a Garley if it was like that, but it's what the hell pattern? What kind of animal pattern is this? Harmonic people. Bad. Thank you. God dang. Thanks. I'm like, I was like, squirrel pattern. I rabbit pattern. There you go. Monkey pattern. That's right. It's a bad, bad pattern. Be careful here that that the dollar might be, hitting a peak, if you will. Um, anyway, so let me remove that. Doot, wait. Doot. Okay. So we are at the 786. I gotta hurry up. Trying to get everything in. 786 right now. You know what I'm gonna do? Because I'm crazy. I'm selling some dollar yen right now, and I'm going to sell more when or if we get to 118.70. Just letting you know. So I'm short some dollar yen at 118.16 right now. Okay. Anyway, next resistance. I can't write this down. I mean, I could. Well, I guess I will. 99.35, then 99.65. So there's two. Because we're on this one, 0.65, right? Okay, so support. Oops. Support will be probably the spike low right here, I would think. Let me grab this. Okay, so support 98, 98.80. It's that spike low, so obviously that should offer some pretty good support today. 98.80. Okay, let's go over to the peso. I already got out of my peso, so I was short yesterday. Rick, he's also in our chat room, but he was on the Lunch Money webinar. He's like, hey, is this good risk reward being short the U.S. dollar Mexican peso yesterday when we were at 1793? And I said, you know what, it is. And so I shorted it at 1792. I closed it out this morning at like 1781, and so I'm out of it now. The scary thing about the peso, let me delete all this stuff really quick. The scary thing about the peso, guys, is let's say I'm right. Let's say I'm right, and the stock market comes under pressure, like right now, like we start just rolling over in the stock market. We're going to fly right through 18 pesos, and I honestly don't know where we're going after that. I mean, the peso is so freaking strong, it's ridiculous. Or the peso is so weak, the dollar is so strong against the peso. Like, if we have more risk aversion, the dollar peso is likely to just bolt further up into 1850, 19. It's like unstoppable. So 18 is major resistance. Support is 1747, as you know, but I don't know if we're going to make it down there, guys. This is crazy. Okay, so support 1747. That's obviously key support. Support or resistance is 18. That's obviously critical resistance. Let me throw another zero in there. And it's bullish as all get out. Okay. U.S. dollar Norwegian krona. I blogged about this yesterday. I did have a short in the U.S. dollar Norwegian krona. I already closed it. If crude oil bounces aggressively today, I'm going to short the U.S. dollar Norwegian krona again. I've already been in and out. I made it like 300 pips. It was nothing, you know, to just to write home about. Um, so let's watch it carefully because this is support right here. Okay, eight, basically 880 and 9. Okay, it is bullish, but if you're trading it to the short side, it is counter trend. Okay, support 8.8000. That's key support. 9.000 is resistance, and it is bullish. Okay, very, very bullish trend. But again, I'm starting to look, you know, obviously I'm short the dollar Canadian, but I'm looking for a turn here. Okay, I'm looking for a turn with crude higher. And let me say one thing. Shoot, you know what? I'm gonna mention it when Chris and Ed come on. I'll talk about crude oil, but I'm not going to do it right now. I don't want to steal anybody's thunder. All right, there's the Norwegian krona, and then Swedish krona. There's nothing happening here at all. I mean, that's what it looks like longer term. Here's the daily. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not excited about doing anything here with the US dollar Swedish krona. All right, so here is your bias chart. I'm going to put you guys on hold when I come back. We got two very special guests joining us today, so don't go anywhere. I'll be back in a few moments. Thanks, everybody.